Perfect. Hey folks, I'm Arnav from Concierge AI. Concierge is the fastest and most reliable way to build MCP servers. So just by show of hands, how many of you have built your own MCP servers or used MCPs in general? Right, a lot of folks, right? So we know what MCP is. Awesome. So usually as we go forward in the space of AI, use cases are changing from being analytical to use cases that change the state of the system. So previously you had use cases like, hey, find me the price of an Uber to the airport. Now your use case is, hey, book me a cab to the nearest airport. So we are moving away to these use cases where you ask agents to issue payments for you, you ask agents to order groceries for you, book cabs, and these are use cases that change the state of the system. In these cases, failure is hard to reverse and failure is extremely expensive. And this is where Concierge helps. Usually you connect your agents to tools using MCPs, and the general assumption till now is that, hey, the Claude or the LLM has the complete context on how to use your MCP server. MCP for an agent is just a black box, and the agent decides in which order to invoke the tools and how to interact with it. Concierge allows you to build opinionated MCP servers that enforce how your tool should be called. If you want to enforce that, hey, I want to always make sure agent never calls checkout before calling add items to the cart, you can do that. You can define different stages, different transitions with Concierge. And over the next 2-3 minutes, we'll actually build an MCP server, and I'll show you how you can expose your own products, your own UIs inside of ChatGPT and expose it to 800 million users worldwide. So Concierge is an open source project. It is on pip, so you can directly do a pip install Concierge SDK. By the way, I hope we are all coders, right? We are technical people. Awesome. So I already have this installed on my local, so it won't install it again. So all you have to do is one command, which is concierge init -- ChatGPT, right? And I already have this, so it won't run again. But I can actually go to an existing server that I've already created just before this, and you can actually create in code a server like this where you import concierge in your Python code, you create a concierge app, and it's a very similar to MCP, just that you can define your own transitions and your own dependencies. And once you have this, all you got to do is you say concierge deploy, and once you have imported concierge, created your app with concierge, defined these transitions and tools, you can just deploy to our cloud. And once this is deployed, I already have this deployed, so I won't do this again. You can essentially go to ChatGPT, add your app, add your public MCP as a URL inside of ChatGPT and ask questions out of it. And you do this reliably because Concierge ensures that these transitions and stages are maintained, that the agent never calls checkout before adding items to the cart. So let's say you have questions, hey, I want to order some Sony, headphones. So I just created an app with Concierge before this and vibe coded it, and we just deployed this. And if you connect this to ChatGPT, you actually see your own UI, your own products that get rendered inside of ChatGPT, and not just a typical MCP server, but actually enforces dependencies and transitions. And not just that, you can interact with this UI. You can ask questions from this. So let's say, we like this XM5. We can ask follow-up questions that show me more about the XM5 that you just showed. And this will now talk to your MCP server, again find out where this XM5 is located, find out the right tool to call, and show that to you. And again, you can click around, you can add items to the cart, it will show you more details, and you can have a whole interactive chat experience. You can say that I'm done, let's move to checkout. And it knows that you actually added items to the cart. This transaction, this journey that you are on actually makes sense to go to checkout. It will again talk to the MCP server. It's asking us, is it okay to checkout because this is an invasive app? It can actually make payments for you. It's showing you, hey, this is your existing cart. I can proceed to checkout right within the ChatGPT UI. This is production ChatGPT, by the way. And you can place an order. You can select your shipping address. You can interact with a user-defined service or a product. And this is the power of Concierge. Again, you can build your own UIs. You can define how these transitions and dependencies work. We are an open source project. This is my LinkedIn. Always happy to connect. We are hiring in June, July. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. We are at booth I01. I'll keep this for 10 seconds if you want to check it out. Perfect. And this is our GitHub. We are open source, Apache 2.0, over 400 plus enterprises use us. If you're considering it, feel free to check out the GitHub as well. Awesome. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.